Well, we've just managed to get back to Kuchava, and her kill, as you can see, not much has changed from this morning. She hasn't moved very much at all. She's just still sitting draped over her carcass. But the good news is just to her left is her little cub. He's well hidden at the moment. You can just see his spots through all of that thick stuff over there. So Not Ned is sitting pretty in that little branchy area over there. So for now we're just seeing spots. I'm sure as the afternoon progresses they'll move and change a little bit, and we'll see a little bit of a kind of difference in their positions, and so we should get a better view of him. This morning I actually did see him briefly before Rusty had its issues, and poor Rusty, I tweeted that Rusty had died. It wasn't Rusty itself. Rusty mechanically was absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with Rusty. It was just that our batteries that basically power all of the equipment on the vehicle, cameras and all of that, died, and so that's why we couldn't do anything, and why we had to head home. But Rusty's absolutely fine. That's why Rusty's out and about this afternoon with us, and everything is perfect now. Batteries all sorted, and so now we can actually sit and spend time with these two beautiful cats. And I'm, like I say, hoping that at some point she moves a little bit, and then the little cub can come down and have a bit of a feed, and we can actually see him. What are you doing, little one? He's moving at the moment. So let's see if he comes down and whether or not he just... Classic little boy as well. Kind of looks with these big eyes as if to say, please, 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 can you move? I'm very, very hungry right now. Even though his tummy is quite round. If you look through the branches, you can see the little round tummy that is in there at the moment. So I just have to watch and see how he negotiates Mom. I wouldn't be surprised if he comes. He's actually growling at her. You can see he's curling his lip up a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if he comes down a bit and tries to pull on the head and kind of pull it towards himself. Sometimes they do that. If it was Klalamba, that's exactly what she would do. She'd kind of come down towards the V of the tree and then grab the head with her paws and pull it towards herself and be a little glutton, which might then force, would have forced Tundi to move a little bit, but he hasn't quite learned that technique just yet. He will eventually. As he gets bigger and stronger, he's going to be a handful for her. Young males get to the same size as their moms pretty quickly, and then life for Mom becomes quite difficult. But he's cute. He's got a cute little naughty face. Look. See this little face? What are you doing, silly boy? Oh, shame. He's just coming out of that cub phase. Sort of, well, I would say cute, but more lanky kind of phase that leopards go through. They have this time in their lives where their paws and their ears and everything just kind of looks odd for them, and then they get quite skinny. It's like as though they sort of suck in, because when they're cubs, they're little puffy balls of fur and spots, and then all of a sudden they start to grow up a bit, and then they become a little bit lanky and a little bit thin and kind of long legs, and they look a bit awkward, and then eventually they fill out and then start to become solid again. So it's just an awkward point from now until they reach about a year old. Once they reach a year old, then they're good. I'm going to go forward a bit because he's popping his head over the branch watching the hyenas. It's actually quite funny to see him do it. Oh, she's pretty. So nice to see her. Her nose is getting darker now as well. It's not as pink as it was. But how pretty is that? All right, well, it's that time of the day, though, where we start to change things a little bit. And we are not only answering the kids' questions, although kids don't feel like you need to stop asking. You can still ask as many questions as you have. But for all of you that have joined now or want to ask questions, the rest of you can use #WildEarth or @FC on the YouTube chat stream if you would like to know more about Kuchava, or you want to know a little bit more about leopards in general. We'll be here the whole afternoon at this rate. Don't you love how the cub especially looks like it has just been shot? It's gotten to itself into a basically a position where it honestly looks as though it's dead, lying like that. Look at how the legs are all just dangling down in the neck as well. It doesn't look comfortable at all. But it looks like he's just given up. He's like, enough, I'm done. I can't even deal with this anymore. I'm just going to lie right here and fall asleep in this position. You're a silly sausage. I can see typical young boy already has this way about him where he's kind of draped over the branches, which is very, very cool. All right, well, we're going to enjoy these two silly sausages as they literally do sausage their afternoon away, and we'll see what they get up to. In the meantime, they are taking it a lot easier, and it sounds like that poor Nyala female is having a much harder time than Kuchava. I mean, Kuchava got sat on for a little bit, but other than that, she hasn't had to deal with too much. She's had a chance to just take it quite easy in comparison. Isn't it cool to see how relaxed little Not Ned is? All paws down, not worried about us. We've been starting cars and moving because there's been other cars in the vehicle, in the sighting. And he kind of just opens his eyes every now and then and takes it easy. But otherwise, super, super chilled. And these kind of sightings like this are going to go such a long way to making him a more relaxed individual. When he starts to realize that the cars moving around are not hurting him, not chasing him, not taking his food away, and certainly not trying to do anything to him, then he'll start to realize that he doesn't have to worry as much, and therefore will be a lot more relaxed.